Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fan Den UK. Sorry, just adjusting my mic. Hope you guys are doing okay. Great to have you with us. If you just joined us, here for a live match watch along for Manchester City taking on Tottenham at Tottenham Stadium. So, should be a good game, guys. We just kicked off, and hopefully, um, like I say, should be an end-to-end fixture with a bit of luck, guys. Um, just gonna see if I can share cancel. Just gonna say if I can share some stats with you guys. Um, what's going on here? I'm just trying to see if I can share something with you guys, but it doesn't seem to be here. Oh, where's it gone? It's not here. Sorry, guys. Apologies. Um, oh, it's not. Where is it? I've been looking for it right from the bloody start. Uh, I've just clicked that. I've clicked it and it's doing nothing. Look. There we go. Hopefully got it now, guys. Sorry about that. So we should be able to share it now. Sorry, guys. There we go. There you go, guys. So just some new stats for you guys to check out that we'll start trying on the show. Obviously, we always look at stats and stuff like that, but these stats are slightly different. Um, as you can see, these are head-to-head stats for the history of the two clubs playing each other. As you can see there, Tottenham and Man City's history in the Premier League. 73 goals for Tottenham, 74 goals for Man City, and the total history in the Premier League of these two clubs for competing. 16 clean sheets for Tottenham, 10 clean sheets for Manchester City. And as you can see there on the right hand side, there's a graph. Also, guys, just to show you the win ratio and draws between the two clubs. So it's just something a little different. I'm trying that I've decided to try and experiment with, guys, so that it won't be used on every live stream or every match watch along, because obviously it takes a while to edit a post like that. But as much as possible, I think we will test it. We'll try it with a few over the few streams over the next few weeks, and see if you guys like it. See if you guys like that head-to-head history, because that's what it is. It's a history of the two clubs over the time that they met in the Premier League. And as you guys can see, surprisingly, um, Tottenham have won more games, or that you might be surprised with. Tottenham won a lot more games against Manchester City. But you got to remember that those stats are based on the history in the Premier League. So a large portion of those win percentages will have come for Tottenham before Manchester City had the big financial investment that they've had. Um, so you can see, like I say, it's saying Spurs have won 27, Man City 17. Um, but like I say, a lot of those wins for Tottenham probably came before Man City got the riches that they have today. So, like I say, just something new that we'll be experimenting with over the next couple of weeks to see if you guys like it. Because obviously, a lot of TV companies and play a lot of other YouTubers do use stats, and we intend to use stats as well, guys. But like I say, for selected streams over the next few weeks, we'll try this head-to-head stats history and see if you guys like it. See if you guys like it because it's just another dimension to the channel, to the live streams, and it obviously. As I've said to you guys, I've got a lot of ideas for the future of the channel, but for now, we're doing a lot of these match watch-alongs to obviously allow other fans to find out about us. Let me get more practice being on live streams and on the channel. But like I say, this is just something a little different that brings just a little slight um, a little bit more of a talking point, I suppose, at the start of match watch-alongs that we can analyse the history of two teams that have met each other. So we will we'll experiment with it over the next couple of weeks and see if you guys like these stats at the start of some of the games. And if you do, then obviously we can use it in the future for and be more expansive with it as well for other games. So yeah, like I say, if you like the look of that, guys, like I say, I stayed up like last night to make that. It's only a simple post, but it's just something to give you guys a different angle on it. Because, like I say, you get plenty of stats off the TV, the media companies about head-to-heads. But that's normally to do with more recent games, to do with like recent seasons and these clubs competing against each other in recent games, if you like. Um, I don't get a lot of media actually reporting the history of the two clubs that meet each other head to head. History, shall we say? So, like I say, we'll experiment with it over the next few weeks, and we'll try it on a few of the match watch-alongs and see if you guys like it. So, yeah, just something a bit different, guys. Just trying to think of ways to make the match watch-alongs a little bit more interesting for you guys. Obviously, the conversation we have is always great. You guys make the effort to be positive, and that is awesome. Always massively appreciated. But obviously, it's also up to me to try and to introduce little bits of new ideas like this that make it a bit more interesting for you guys to watch. So, if you like the sound of that, hopefully you do. Then, like I say, we'll be experimenting with it a little bit over the next few weeks and see how it goes. Like I say, I won't be able to use it for every game because it'll obviously depends on time available to make the stats post like that. But like I say, where I can, I will try to slot it into future match watch-alongs, and then you guys can have a bit of an overview of the two clubs' history. So yeah, guys, if you just join us, please do hit that like button. Drop your comments in the chat. Be great to hear from you. I'll come to the comments in a second. Just to let you know, it's still 0-0. 9 minutes gone. Man City currently in possession, midway inside the Tottenham half, but not an awful lot to report that early on. Although I may have missed a bit of goal malfunction while I've been talking about that. So if I have, then I apologise. But like I say, early on, just both of the teams more than anything, just feeling each other out. Not that they should need to, because these two clubs should be very familiar with each other. But yeah, I'll bring up the team stats in a minute. I'll just leave that on the screen for a moment so you guys can analyze it. That just joining the stream, so you can check that out, see what you think of it. And then, like I say, in a few minutes, I will put up the team stats, and you guys can have a look at the team stuff. So yeah, sorry guys. Stevie, just come to the chat. Stevie saying, "Afternoon, guys. How's it going, Stevie? Great to have you with us, mate. Always appreciate the hard work you do behind the scenes, mate. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Stevie. And yeah, good afternoon. Hope you're doing okay, mate. Will Bertham, just currently on my way back from Glasgow as I went to Rangers v Ross County yesterday. Awesome, awesome. I hope you've had a safe trip and enjoyed the game, mate. quite a trip up there for you from the Midlands, but yeah, that's what football's all about, I suppose. Trying to travel and enjoy games and go and follow teams that you like. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that, mate. And like I say, thank you very much for dropping in, Will. Great to see you, mate. Joey, hi guys. How's it going, Joey? Great to have you with us, mate. How's things with you? Don't forget, guys, if you've got a score prediction for this game, please do feel free to drop it in the chat before the game gets going too much. We're just over 10 minutes in, so plenty of time for you guys to drop a score prediction in if you've got one. But thanks for that, Joey. Great to see you, as I say, mate. RJ, thumbs up. How's it going, mate? Welcome to Fanden UK. Great to have you with us. Let us know if you are a Tottenham fan, Man City fan, or just a fan of another club that just loves football. Let us know, mate. But thank you very much for dropping in. Always a pleasure to see new fans come in, trying to get involved in the show. So thanks for that, mate. Tottenham currently in possession at the minute, guys. Deep inside their own half of the field. The game's slowed down a little bit at the minute. Like I say, I think both clubs are just showing a bit of caution in these early stages of going forward. But hopefully the game will start to spring into life in the next 10 minutes or so. Yeah, Tottenham just with an effort to go forward there, but it was half-assed, if you get my meaning, and Man City back in possession now. Joey is saying, yeah, that's cool, mate. Thanks, Joey. Appreciated, mate. Yeah, like I said, I will try with new ideas as we keep building up the channel, but I just thought, I was thinking last night, how can we make these last match watch-alongs while I'm doing them? We're going to keep doing them for a long time, but eventually, at the minute, we're doing them a lot more intently because obviously we're trying to get the channel going. But as you guys know, I've got plans for other stuff to introduce to the channel at a later date as well, other ideas that we're going to be starting working with at some point. But yeah, last night I was just thinking, how can we make these live streams a little bit more interesting for from the start for new fans that are coming into the stream that might not know the channel very well. And I came up with that. So, like I say, hopefully you guys like it. But yeah, thank you very much, Joey. Appreciate the positivity, mate. And like I say, glad you like it. Joey saying, interesting to see Spurs has had more wins. Yeah, like I say, mate, this is the interesting thing about stats like this, because obviously you can see the history of the two clubs. And I think that the fact that Spurs have had a lot more wins probably has something to do with the fact that Man City didn't used to win games as much as they do these days before the new owners took in. We all know that they were more of an average team, a mid-table team, you might argue, before the new owners took over. So obviously that gives you an indication of that with them stats, that Spurs have won a lot more games than people might have thought against Man City. But like I say, if we take into account that that Man City were a pretty average team before the new owners came in and spent all the money that they have invested into Man City to make it better, then that stats, the win stats, is a reflection on that. What quite surprised me is that how many low draws they have, because if you actually look at some other clubs head to head, some of them have had quite a lot of draws against each other, but Spurs and City, in the total history of the Premier League, have only had 7 draws, which I thought was quite fascinating. We just got an early goal here for Spurs, guys. Tottenham going 1-0 up with a goal from Harry Kane. Just coming up to 15 minutes, so I suppose he scored it around 14 minutes. Yeah, just waiting for that replay if I can. Just for sorry, guys, I missed it. I only caught the tail end of it there, so I just want to see the replay for the build up to that. City in possession, deep inside their own half, and sloppy play trying to pass it out from the back. And that's a beautiful goal for Tottenham. But this is what I've been saying. I've been arguing with fans so much about this playing out from the back. Loads of fans like it. And I've said, this is the problem with it. Even Manchester City showing this weakness now of that if you are not clinical when you play out from the back, if you're passing to your teammates is not bob on accurate, and you make the slightest mistake, and teams are prepared to pressure from the front, then that's what can happen. That's what can happen, and that is just what's happened to Manchester City, the one team in the league that is most well known for playing out from the back. So if Man City can make that mistake when they're supposed to be the best team out in the league for playing out from the back, then it begs the question, Mike, why so many other clubs are copying that style of play when, like we've just seen, as much as it can work for you, it's also a very dangerous tactic to use because when it does go wrong, it can go wrong big time, like it just did for Man City. So, yeah, Harry Kane getting on the score sheet, also breaking a club record there, I believe, as well. For most goals scored, I think, for Tottenham. So I think that now makes him Tottenham's highest goal scorer in history. So yeah, what a great way to introduce the head-to-head history stats with Harry Kane marking a historic milestone in goal scoring for Tottenham. So yeah, like I say, guys, let me know what you think of it. But I'm like I say, I've said it a few times. I'm not a big fan of playing out from the back because I see the faults with it, and the faults have just been shown live on TV. So let me know what your thoughts are on that, guys. Thanks for that, Joey. RJ is saying 3-2 Manchester City. Thank you very much for that, mate. I presume maybe you're a Man City fan, mate. But yeah, that's a good score prediction. We're only 1-0 up at the minute for Tottenham, so it certainly could have plenty more goals. 17 minutes in, the girl game is sparking into life a bit more at the minute. So I'll try and get back to the game in a second. Let's just read out a few more of your comments. Joey's saying, gonna go 2-1 City. Yep, that's a good shout, mate. And you're still well on track for that scoreline. We've seen seen Tottenham go 2-0 up against City in the cup. I think it was it the cup? I think it was the cup, wasn't it? And lost 4-2, or was that the other league game? I'm not sure. Saw that many games just recently. It's hard to keep track of which competitions they are. But yeah, I'm sure you guys know which game I'm going on about, where Tottenham went 2-0 up and ended up with Man City, I think, coming back, winning it. Was it 4-2 or something like that? I think I might be remembering it wrong, but yeah, certainly capable of Man City turning this around and coming from behind. They've done it before, so they can certainly do it again. But thanks for that, Joey. Joey's saying, "What's yours, Gaz?" I'm actually going to sit on the fence, I think, for this one, and I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw, mate. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw. With the way the teams have started, Man City not at the best right now. We know they can still win games. They're still obviously they're still good enough that they can win games. We've seen that, but they have got their mistakes in them this season, haven't they? We've never seen that before. Too much for Man City under Pep Guardiola, but this season we're definitely seeing it. So, like I say, for me, guys, I will say I will sit on the fence today, I think, and say 2-2. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Joey also saying, yeah, we'll create a talking point while the game gets going. Absolutely, yeah, totally. Top man, Joey. I like how you can recognise what I'm trying to do there with that to obviously spark up more interest in the channel and more conversation at the start when we're waiting for a game to get going. Because as you guys know that come on regular, sometimes we do these match watch alongs and games can start off slow and sluggish and scrappy, and there's not much to talk about when it's like that, and it can go on like that sometimes for a good 20 minutes, half an hour, and it makes it difficult for me to actually commentate on the game. So yeah, absolutely, well spotted, Joey. Joey noticing that me introducing this new kind of stats idea into the start of some match watch alongs will give us something else to analyse and talk about while we wait for games to get going at the start. So yeah, top man, Joey, thanks for that, mate. Mini Mo, how's it going, mate? Afternoon all. How's it going, Mini Mo? Great to see you, mate. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you dropping in. Always a pleasure to see you, mate. RJ with an emoji face there, so I think he's surprised that Tottenham has gone 1-0 up early on. But yeah, thanks for that, RJ. Appreciate it, mate. Great to see a new fan though making the effort to get involved in the chat. PFC underscore DY4 is Dylan. How's it going, mate? Great to see you. Dylan saying good evening, guys. Hope you are well. I usually hate Sunday evenings. But we are in for a cracker here. Absolutely, mate. Yeah, hopefully it will be a good game, and it's starting to spark into life now. We just got I think we've got a stoppage now for a foul for I think it was Harry Kane actually being knocked to the ground, and now the referee being surrounded by Tottenham players. Um, so yeah, we'll wait for the referee to sort that out. We'll come back to the game in a minute, guys. Give me a chance to catch up a bit more with the comments. But yeah, great to see you, Dylan. Hopefully you're doing okay, mate. And yeah, absolutely, mate. Let's hope this is a cracking game tonight. Or should I say this afternoon? We're not quite into night time yet, are we? Mini Mo is saying, well, I was going to say 2-0 City. Well, yeah, that's a good shout, mate. But obviously 1-0 to Tottenham. So you might, obviously, I've chucked a spanner in the works for if you wanted thinking there might be a clean sheet. Although there could be a still clean sheet, I suppose, but it would be to Tottenham, wouldn't it? But yeah, Minimo, not happy that there's a goal early on, but that's fine, mate. Minimo saying, so I'll say I'll go 2-1 City. Yep, that's a good shout, mate. I think we already had 2-1, but nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Joey going with a 2-1, and now Minimo with a 2-1. RJ said 3-2 Man City. So yeah, we're getting some so a good variety of score predictions. Stevie, if you're there, mate, you drop us a score prediction in because obviously Stevie normally drops one in. So if you're not too busy dealing with the spam, mate, please do drop a score prediction in. Thanks for that, Minimo. PFC underscore DY4 is Dylan saying, love the head-to-head, guys. Top work. Thank you very much, Dylan. Like I say, as I said earlier, just trying to think of a new way to help the channel, as like Joey noticed before. Adding this kind of head-to-head stats will be a great talking point for the start of matches when we're waiting for games to get going. But also, I can also, as some of you guys, I'm sure some of you guys have seen on social media, I posted it this morning as well on the social media sites because it's a good way to help promote on the channel because fans do get attracted a lot more to stats on social media. I have noticed that they get attracted by all sorts of interesting sport posts, but stats is definitely something that seems to get some interest on social media. But yeah. Thank you very much for that, Dylan. Appreciate the positivity, mate, and I'm glad you like the new stats, head-to-head stats. Like I say, it's not it's more historical stats, guys, because I'm sure you've seen on mainstream media and other YouTube channels they do use stats. But I thought obviously trying to think of how we could make it a little bit more unique to fandom. I thought it was better to go with a history of the stats, of the history of the clubs in the competition. So I'm not sure how that will work. I'll have to do more research to develop it further, but at least for the Premier League, we'll be able to use it that way for now. But we'll see how we can also use it potentially for Scottish games and EFL games as well as we keep doing the live stream match watch-alongs. Sorry, did I read Mini Mo's comment? Joey's saying, hi, Mini Mo. Well, that's not going to happen now, mate. Think again. Obviously, Minimo did think again, to be fair, mate. Quick reaction, come back with a 2-1 score prediction. But thanks for that, Joey. Dylan is saying, great to see you are nearly at 1,000 subs, mate. Yeah, like I said, we're getting there. We're making progress. That'll be our first target. We've got another important target we're working towards. But I'm sure the 1,000 subs will hit 1,000 subs well before we need to hit the other important target. But there's two important targets we need to hit on YouTube. That's one of them, hitting 1,000, and the other one we're working on hard, and we'll hopefully hit that over the next few months. It'll probably take a couple of months to hit the second target, but we're doing well, and with the fantastic support from you guys. I think we'll hit that target, that second target, sooner rather than later. And then once we hit that, we can really start to push on with the channel. But yeah, thank you very much, Dylan. We are getting there, and thank you very much for noticing, mate. Appreciated. Um, Minimo is saying, just seen Joey went 2-1 City, so I'll go 3-1 City. No, mate. Joey, yeah, Joey did give a 2-1 prediction, but you're well within your rights to also think the same way, mate. It's what you think, innit? If you think it's going to be a tight game and only a couple of goals in it, then you guys are totally welcome to say the same score predictions if that's what you think. Because at the end of the day, it's about what you think, innit? It's about what you think it's going to turn out like when you give a score prediction. So yeah, entirely up to you, Minimo. If you wish to go with the 3-1, that's fine. But if you prefer to have the 2-1, no problem, mate. No problem. Like I say, the predictions is just something for you guys to create a little bit of talking points at the start of the show, and also for you guys to get a bit of practice. Because, like I say, we'll probably do something with predictions for you guys to enjoy a bit of friendly competition in the future of the Fandom project. But for now, like I say, we're just keeping it one step at a time. But yeah, like I say, I've experimented with score prediction competition before, so I know it can work. So we will introduce something to do with that at some point in the future. So yeah, keep your predictions coming in on all the match watch-alongs, guys, because it's a good way for you guys to get some practice with it, so that in the future, when we do come up with a competition for you guys to compete with predictions, you will have had plenty of practice at it, won't you? So so it should give you a better opportunity to get more predictions right when we do a competition for it. So yeah, thanks for that, Minimo. Joey's saying 2-1 Minimo. That's what I reckon. Yep, obviously, like I say, you guys stick with what you think it's going to be. We've got a corner at the minute for Tottenham, I think it is. Sorry, guys, I'm not following the game too well at the minute. I'm responding to comments and explaining stuff about Fandom, so I'll try to keep a bit more in tune with the game now. Corner taken short and crossed into the box, but Manchester City managing to head it behind and then clear it up the field. And now Tottenham pick it up on a halfway line and pass it back to the keeper. So yeah, it's just a bit of head tennis going on now as the keeper launched the ball up the field, and the two teams scrapping amongst themselves for possession in midfield. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Joey also saying hi, DY4. Top man, Joey, appreciate that. Joey saying hello to Dylan. Top man, you guys, amazing, honest, absolutely amazing. Appreciate the positivity. Dylan is saying, hi, Joey, I hope you are well. Nice one, Dylan, top man. Like I say, it's great to see you guys making the effort to get to know each other, and that way you can enjoy better football conversation in the chat. Like I say, that's awesome. Tottenham with the ball out on the far side of the pitch, now trying to get the ball into the box, attempted cross, but it's blocked by Manchester City. Now Man City in possession and clear the ball up the field, but straight towards Tottenham, who pick it up again just inside their own half of the field. Minnie Mo saying letting Cancelo go was crazy decision for me. Absolutely, mate. I think there's been quite a bit of frustration with some of the decisions from clubs this through the transfer window and the course of this season, mate. Did I just see? I'm sorry. I'm distracted. I'm just trying to see. Did I just caught out of the corner of my eye the ball come onto this near side, and I don't know. It looked like Conte went to intercept it, but I think I might have just glanced at it and just caught the tail end of the screen. So I think I'm seeing wrong there. But maybe my eyes playing tricks on me. My eyes getting old, guys, so it's playing tricks on me. Tottenham in possession at the minute, midway inside City's half of the field, but looking to try and keep possession to attempt another attacking momentum. But yeah, sorry, Minimo. Letting Cancelo go was a great, crazy decision for me. Yeah, like I say, mate, I think there's been a lot of debate, hasn't there, around the transfer window. I've seen loads of it on social media about debates about players coming and going, and also a lot of conversation about the manager situation at clubs as well. Obviously, that being hyped up by the what's happened at Everton with Lampard and stuff like that. So yeah, totally understandable. But Minimo, yeah, I think you're right, mate. Like I say, a lot of debate around Cancelo, and like I say, all sorts of transfers and managers issues. To be fair, so like I say, I think you're right, mate. And you're not the first fan I've seen comment on that. Joey saying, yeah, all good, thanks, mate. Hope you are well too. Awesome, thank you, Joey. Joey and Dylan making the effort to get to know each other there. That's awesome, and welcome each other to the stream. Dylan, PFC underscore DY4 is Dylan saying, apologies for not getting on streams yesterday, mate. Had a bit of a hectic Saturday. So unfortunately didn't have the time. Yeah, no worries, Dylan. No worries, mate. Not necessary for you to apologise, but I appreciate the gesture, mate, and thank you. Like I say, on Saturdays, I'm just keeping going. Obviously, I know a lot of fans will not be available to come and get involved in streams on Saturdays because a lot of you guys do go to games, and I will be going to games myself at some point in the future as well. Um, for on behalf of Fanden. But like I say, mate, yeah, doing the Saturday streams is obviously just to keep the momentum building for the channel and help other new fans find us. So yeah, not necessary for you to apologise, but thank you very much anyway, Dylan. I appreciate the goodwill and the gesture, like I say, mate. But yeah, I thought you might just be at a game or something yesterday. To be fair, mate. So yeah, that's totally understandable. Joey's saying, yeah, the head-to-head is pretty cool. DY4, absolutely. Thank you very much, Joey. Appreciate that you guys like that. And like I say, it's just something new to experiment with, and hopefully it'll help create, as Joey said, a bit more conversation at the start of streams, and also it might help attract fans to the channel a little bit better at the start. So yeah, thanks for that, guys. Dylan is saying good here. Thanks, Joey. Awesome. Stevie's saying, hi everyone. I'm gonna go against everyone else and say 2-1 Spurs. Laugh out loud. Well, that's a good one, mate. That's a nice twist to the score prediction. So not wrong with that, mate. Entitled to your opinion, and the way Spurs have started the game, the better of the two teams so far at the minute, which is quite surprising. But thank you very much for that, Stevie. Top man. So I think it's time to change that. Time to change the stats now, guys. I'll put the team stats back on. There we go. There we go. Better. There you go, guys. You can now see the team stats and the formations. So yeah. Thanks for that, Stevie. Appreciated, mate. Mini Mo saying, Joey, you recovered from yesterday, yeah. Yeah. Joey obviously having a bit of a frustrating day yesterday with his team not putting in the performance that's deserved. But well, they did put in a performance. They tried, didn't they? I'm being unfair there, but it's just not working for Liverpool at the minute. But Mini Mo obviously checking on Joey there to see how he's feeling today after the dust has settled and he's had time to digest that result. But thanks for that, Mini Mo. Nice of you to bring that up. I'm sure Joey's buzzing. Joey saying, no, mate, on the search for new pants. Have found, even a few beers didn't help. Did you check? Did you check, Joey, whether the missus had washed your lucky pants and washed the look away? Did you find out whether whether the look's been washed out of your lucky pants? They might have been spun round in the washing machine, and all the look's been washed out of them, mate. That's the thing, innit, guys? We can be that superstitious sometimes with our team. We can be superstitious to that ridiculous level, can't we? That if you have a lucky shirt or lucky pants, that you don't want to even wash it in case it jinxes it. So yeah, we're a strange lot, aren't we, football fans, with our weird what's the word I'm looking for? Quirks, if you know what I mean, and superstitions. That's the word I'm looking for. But yeah, Joey, let me know. Did the missus wash the pants and wash the look out of them? Billy, random clips is saying, afternoon, all. I reckon it will be 2-2. Nice one, Billy. Great to see you, mate. Always a pleasure to have you involved. Billy, going with a 2-2 prediction. That's a good shout. I've said the same myself, 2-2. So we'll have to see if it turns out like that. City in possession there, but the referee has blown. I'm not sure if he's blown for offside there or a foul, but now the ball. Sorry, I think he's blown the whistle. He's blown the whistle for Haaland pulling on one of the Tottenham players' shirts. So now Tottenham will build again from the back. Thanks for that, Billy. Great to have you with us, mate. Joey saying hi, Billy. Top man, nice one, Joey. Billy, giving the same consideration. That's awesome, guys. Thank you very much. City now on the attack again with a ball on that far side, looking to cross the ball into the box. But it's deflected away, and City still in possession, though, moving the ball about amongst themselves from the defence to attacking players. Billy is saying Conte is out because he is recovering from surgery. Is that what? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I'm saying, mate, that I was discussing this the other day on Instagram, I think it was, or Facebook, I can't remember now. And I was just saying, hopefully, obviously, we all wish him a speedy recovery and that he does well. And I think that it could be a blessing in disguise, just give him a little bit of a rest, because obviously, before he came to Tottenham, he'd been managing in Italy. He'd been managing Chelsea a couple of years before that. I don't think Conte's had much of a break from football in the last couple of seasons. So maybe, obviously, we wish him well. We wish him a speedy recovery, but hopefully the rest and the break from football will do him the world of good, and he comes back feeling much more refreshed. And that can only be a good thing for Tottenham. But yeah, absolutely, Billy. Well said. Let's hope he makes a speedy recovery, and we wish him the best. Billy Random Clips is saying, I was going to go watch Chelsea on Friday, but I didn't want to waste my time to see no goals, and I made the right decision in the end. That was a bit of a poor game the other day, to be fair. Well, I don't know if it's a poor game, but it was poor for efforts on goal, if I remember rightly. But yeah, probably when you're umming and ahhing about going to a game and it ends up and you don't go and then it ends up a 0-0, you're kind of sort of glad that you saved the money, I think, for maybe to go to a better game that might be more active with more goals. So yeah, thanks for that, Billy. Random Clips, you can save the money, mate, and hopefully catch a game that might have more activity in it. Mini Mo saying, Grealish, what are we all thinking? I don't get the hype. Uh, I'm not sure, mate. I presume he's talking about Jack Grealish. For me, he's a good player. I think he's a good player. He draws fouls. He can help the team get forward when they're struggling because he draws the fouls. I'm not saying he's one of the most talented players, but he's definitely brings something different to the team. And if you've seen the amount of time he gets fouled because he's quite small and nimble, if you like, he's very what's the word? Um, he's very agile on his feet. But that means that when defenders come to tackle him, it means they can be a bit too um, rough and ready with him, and because he's quite a nimble player, it means he goes off. He can end up going on his, getting knocked over quite easily, and that draws fouls. But yeah, obviously you're entitled to your opinion, Minimo. Obviously, Minimo not thinking a lot about Jack Grealish. But personally, myself, I'm not saying he's the best player, but I think he's a good player. And you got to think, like I've said many times on this show. You have to remember, guys, that players are human beings. They're not robots. They've got emotions. They've got just like we have, and they can be affected with confidence in life in football, just like we can. And I know we haven't seen the best from Jack Grealish since he's been at City, but you've got to think there's also been a lot of negative comments about him since he's been at Manchester City. A lot of ever criticism. I think even Pep Guardiola has even indicated that he's not impressed with him as well in some of his comments. You've got to think that, he's not, like I say, he's a human being. And when he's gone from Aston Villa, where he was playing awesome and getting loads of praise and loads of positivity, same in the England team, he was getting lots of positivity about his efforts and what he brought to the team. But now that's all dried up, and I'm not being funny, but I'm sure you guys can recognise that it's probably just affected his confidence. And when there's a professional footballer, something affects your confidence, you're going to take less risks. You're going to go back to basics. Keep your football simple to try and not give any more ammunition to your critics. Um, so yeah, a fair assessment there from Mini Mo, from Mini Mo about Grealish, a fair comment. But like I say, if we take into the fact that when he was at Villa, he was doing well, getting loads of praise. Everybody was talking about him, and it was all good. And that probably gave him, a lot more motivation to keep developing, improving. But like I say, since he's been at City, he's had a lot of the opposite. He's had a lot of criticism, and obviously because of the price tag on him, his skills and his contribution to the team is being analysed a lot deeper. So I think it's just affecting his confidence, and it's as simple as that. But obviously, Mini Mo, you are well within your rights to express your opinion, mate. I can understand why you're thinking that he's maybe overhyped. But for me, I think he's just a player at the minute, in fairness, that's just suffering from major confidence issue, mate. But thanks for that, Mini Mo. Billy Random Clips is saying, me neither, Mini Mo. I don't get the hype. Well, fair enough, guys. I take that on board. You like I say, it's a fair criticism because obviously he's not been showing his best form at Man City while he's been there. But like I say, I think I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I think he's just a player that's just suffering from confidence. When people criticize you too much and you get that criticism keep coming at you, you can be the strongest person in the world, mentally, physically, whatever it is. But eventually, it will start to affect you because you're a human being. Eventually, enough people criticize you, and you're going to start absorbing it. You're going to start analyzing yourself. If you're a decent person, you will anyway. A decent person will analyze themselves, and that criticism will affect them in what they do in their day-to-day life. Believe me, guys, I've experienced it while doing fandom, so I know that if it affects me just trying to build a simple YouTube channel, and I'm sure it's affected you guys in your daily life, because I know I've had problems in life with family and friends and work life and stuff like that, and people criticize you that you don't expect, especially when it's people you don't expect that you think are your friends and stuff like that. It takes you by surprise sometimes, and it can affect you. We keep hearing all this in the media about mental health. There's a reason for it, because people are being a bit insensitive to people's feelings and not recognizing that hearing too much criticism from others can affect your well-being mentally and affect your day-to-day life. So I'm not sticking up for Jack Grealish. You guys are making a fair comment. I do take your comment on board, and it's fair criticism. Or a fair observation, should I say, because it's not so much criticism that you guys are saying, it's more an observation. So you're right to make that observation, but like I say, I'm just pointing out that we don't know how much all this criticism has been affecting him in his day-to-day life. And like I say, maybe he's not trying. Maybe he's trying to play the game a lot more simpler at the minute to avoid criticism, and that could be encouraging more criticism. But thank you for that, Billy. And like I say, Mini Mo, appreciate that. Joey saying, I think it's become because he's over. Sorry, I think it's because he creates fouls. Yeah, I think that's a big part of his game, mate. He does draw fouls, doesn't he? As I said earlier, Joey obviously recognising that as well. There goes the halftime whistle, guys. I will try and get back more into giving you guys updates on the second half. I'll try and get back to focusing on the game a bit more in the second half. But yeah, like I said, I think Joey's there making a good observation that's one of the things that he does bring to the team that he plays for, is that he draws fouls quite well. I think he does have other aspects of his game that are good. But like I say, I think he's just a player that's suffering from confidence at the minute. I really do. You guys don't have to agree with me. I'm just responding to your view and your assessment of the situation with him, and just responding to that basically, guys. It's just my opinion is that I think he's just a player seriously suffering from a confidence issue at the minute. But thanks for that, Joey. Joey also saying, yeah, laugh out loud. I asked her what she's done to them. She shouted, "Nothing. Stop! Stop being so bloody ridiculous." Oh, mate, awesome. That's awesome. That's quality, Joey. Obviously, if you're not a football fan, if your missus is not a football fan, she won't understand, will she? You've got to be a football fan to understand that we're a bit superstitious when it comes to things like lucky pants, lucky shirt, lucky scarves, things like that. I'm sorry, I ain't making me laugh with that, mate. But yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Nice one, Joey. I think I've had that response from my missus as well before today with some of my weird quirks. So don't worry about it, Joey. You're not on your own, mate. I like that. I really like that. It's quality. Mini Mo saying, Billy, is Chelsea your team? Yeah, Billy's team's Chelsea. Yeah, that's correct, mate. Obviously, Billy answering, yeah, it is awesome. Thanks for that, guys. Billy, random clip saying we aren't in we aren't in great form at the minute, but we're better at that. We're better than Liverpool. I presume that's at the minute than Liverpool. At the minute, so it's fine. Yeah, like I said, I think, guys, look at it. Look at it. This is a really unique season. We've got a few teams not in great form. I'm just going to reshare that stats thing just in case any new fans coming during the halftime break. So I'm just going to cancel that if we can. Let's get rid of. Let's do. There we go. Sorry, just altering that, guys. Just putting that back on for the halftime break so that any new fans coming in can see it. It might encourage them to get involved. You never know. Might not, might do, might not. We'll see. Billy is saying, sorry, I read that. Sorry, I read that comment, didn't I? We aren't in great form. I don't. Obviously, Chelsea are not in great form. What I was going to say to that, mate, was, in fairness, let's be honest. This is a weird season, isn't it, guys? We're seeing normally, in a normal Premier League season, we'll normally expect to see one of the teams near that normally fighting at the top of the league have a bad run of games or a bad season. But this season, we're seeing quite a few. It's a unique season like that. We're seeing Chelsea not in the greatest form, Liverpool not in the greatest form, even Man City not in the greatest form. And really, if anything, it's a bit of a surprise that both Arsenal and Manchester United have both improved quite dramatically. Some interesting news. I don't know if you guys have seen it with United, but I was reading about some interesting news about them last night, about the Glazers. Um, Obviously, you guys know that the Glazers said earlier in the season that they were planning to sell the club. Well, now it looks like they might be about to do a U-turn and not sell the club because Ten Hag has got Man United winning games again. So they've basically seen that if he wins games, he could push the value of the club up. So that's not sure if that's interesting to you guys, but looks like the Glazers are going to do a potential U-turn. At the minute, it's just a rumor that's come out in the American press. So I wouldn't read too much into it just yet. But one of the news media companies in America reporting that the Glazer family are divided about whether to sell the club because Ten Hag has improved results. So now some of the members of the Glazer family thinking they should hang on to Manchester United and for a bit longer to see if results continue to improve and it improves getting Man United back in the Champions League because they reckon that if it does get Man United back in the Champions League, it could increase the value of the club by another couple of £1 billion. And this is just a perfect example of having bad owners at a club. The Glazers really showing that they're liars, basically, because when they first took over the club, they insisted that they had the best interests of the clubs at heart. And the more that the longer it goes on with them owning the club, the more that we're seeing that was a load of rubbish, and that all they're interested in is what they can profit, how they can profit from Man United. And it's shocking that the EFL and the FA are standing by, letting this happen, and putting nothing in place to stop it happening, or learning from it and thinking that they could do something to stop it happening in the future. But yeah, let me know what you think of that, guys. But yeah, sorry, like I say, in response to Billy's comment, I think you're not the only club, mate. It's, like I say, it's one of those unusual seasons that we're seeing. It's good. It's good for the neutral because it's different twists and turns that we don't, we're not, which shows that the Premier League is not like the Bundesliga or La Liga, where it's a lot more predictable who's going to win. With the Premier League in the last couple of seasons, it has been quite predictable with Man City dominating so intently. But even though they dominated so intently, they never had it all their own way. They always had the threat hanging over them that there was plenty of other clubs just sitting beneath them in the table that could, if they got their act together, put a run of games together and potentially challenge them. And there was not one specific club that could do that. In the Premier League, we have about 4 or 5 clubs that can do that, which is good. It's good. This is why the world sees the Premier League as one of the best leagues in the world because it's so competitive and you never know from each season to which teams are going to turn up and show their best form and which teams are going to struggle. So yeah, like I say, mate, not too much to worry about as far as Chelsea having a bad season. The way I'd look at it as is just look at how many clubs unexpectedly are having a bad season. Um, Minnie Mo is saying, what Fernandez? Oh, sorry, that Fernandez looks some player, Billy. Um, is that one? Yeah, I presume you're talking about one of Chelsea's new sign. I'm not familiar with him, to be honest. But I think is it that one of the new players that Chelsea have signed? I think I'm not sure. I missed so much of the transfer window, guys. I really did. I was so busy working, trying to keep the streams going. I missed a lot of transfer news. So I need to try and find a bit of time to see if I can read over the transfer roundup or something, or maybe try and catch a transfer roundup show. Billy is saying. He was the best player on the field the other day, um, the other night. Sorry, he was very good. Yeah, like I said, I can't remember that game very well, to be honest. I know we streamed it. We've streamed it, but I've been so busy the last few days, and I'm not remembering that game great. I know it was uh, quite an end-to-end game. Um, yeah, it was quite an end-to-end game. But as I said on the stream, I was quite impressed with Fulham in that game. I think we have to give a bit of respect to Fulham there. I know Chelsea fans probably won't appreciate that, but let's be honest, guys. They give Chelsea a game. They're up there in the top of the league. It's given them confidence and to compete, and they did exactly that against Chelsea. They came there. They didn't. They showed they weren't just there to make up the numbers, and they gave Chelsea a really difficult game. And you can only respect that. As football fans, you can only respect that. Obviously, if you're a Chelsea fan, you're not going to be buzzing with that. Totally understandable. You want your team to win. You want your team to climb the league. Totally respect that and understand that. But like I say, we can't always expect that these teams like Fulham and Norwich and Aston Villa and all these other clubs that come in and out of the Premier League. Um, we can't expect them to just roll over and not try to compete. They're going to come and they're going to try, and all it takes is them to have an half decent season, be in a position in the league that they're not expected to be in, and that can do a club like that so much confidence. Look at Leicester when they won the league. They just kept winning because they were thriving off the wins. The more they won, the more they got confidence out of it. The more they thrived off it, and it just went on and marched on and won the league. And it was just through that confidence building, keep building and growing, and I think they shocked themselves to a certain degree. So we have to take that into account that can happen with any club in the Premier League. If they start putting a winning run together, it can dramatically improve their team, like 5-10% motivation on the pitch, not necessarily skill, just motivation to compete, and confidence as well to compete. So yeah, but like I say, sorry guys, I didn't really take too much notice in that game of individual players the other day. So my bad. Like I say, what I was impressed with though. I was impressed with Fulham the other day in that game. No disrespect to Chelsea, but Fulham, I thought they'd get. I genuinely did. I thought that Chelsea would just come out on top 2-0, something like that, maybe 2-1. But no, Fulham gave them a real test, and you can only take your hat off to that as far as I'm concerned. Billy, random clips, is saying, same happened to me. I was watching the Chelsea game the other day. I was wearing my lucky socks. Lucky socks. And there was no goals, so I wonder what my mum did. Oh, nice one. What my mum did to them. She had no idea what I was on. Oh, but I can imagine it. The ladies in your household, of you guys going nuts about you guys complaining about washing your lucky pants and your lucky socks. That's quality. That's quality. Do you know, actually, in football, I've never really had a lucky. I can't say I've had a lucky shirt. I've always just thought it's. I think the only superstition I've had like that, if I'm honest, is that I think it's. I've always thought it's bad luck if I wear another club shirt. So I won't wear another club shirt. Don't matter what day of the week it is, why, or anything. And that might become difficult as we build fan den up, because obviously I'm sure we're going to have some fun and banter. We've seen what happened on the one of the big media companies not so long ago with I think it was Gary Neville having to put on a Liverpool shirt and was it Carragher having to wear a United shirt or something like that. I don't know if you guys saw that. I think was that last season or the season before. That was quite funny. They had a bet with each other about something, and then ended up whoever got it wrong had to wear the other club shirt. And I'm sure you guys saw it. So yeah, like I said, the only superstition I've had for my club is not to wear another club shirt ever. Never wear another club shirt, and that's my biggest superstition. As well as obviously, I'm not too superstitious about this, but it is something that I think that I do. It's battered around my head sometimes about the superstition of watching my team play, whether it's going to the game or watching it on TV. That I should wear my club's colours. If I don't wear my club's colours, then that's bad luck. So I'm not sure if you guys have had the same kind of superstitions, but I'm not got like I said, I've not got specific lucky shirt or lucky pants. I'm a bit more superstitious with actually wearing club colours when they're playing and not to wear other clubs. I think that I've always had the superstition that if I wear another club's shirt, that it could jinx my team for like 10 games or something stupid like that. So yeah, it's not like I'm just thinking that wearing another club shirt would just jinx my club for one game. I think like that. I think it would jinx my club for like 10 games or something. So that's my. There you go. I'm just sharing my superstition. You guys are sharing your superstitions with your lucky pants and lucky socks. So I thought I'd just share my superstitions with you guys as well. Thanks for that, Billy. That's awesome, mate. That's made me chuckle. That, mate. Nice one. Joey is saying, laugh out loud, Billy. It's wrong. They should understand. They should understand. Laugh out loud. That's awesome. Like I say, yeah, that's quality. Billy in full support. Joey in full support of Billy with his lucky socks. Oh, imagine how stinky they could get those lucky socks, though, if you don't wash them. That socks get really stinky anyway, don't they? But imagine not washing your lucky socks. Oh, that. Well, I suppose I suppose it could do something if you wear lucky socks and let them don't ever wash them. It could mean you could have plenty of room around you if you go to a match day, because other fans won't want to sit next to you. So it could create some plenty of space around you in the stadium. That could be a good thing. Or you could go and sit in the away end wearing them, couldn't you? And make half of the away fans leave the stadium to get away from the smell of your lucky socks. I don't know. Well, that's quality. Uh, Ethan and Philip, how's it going, mate? Great to have you with us, Ethan. Saying hi, guys. How's it going, mate? Welcome to the show. Like I say, great to have you with us. Always a pleasure when you guys come and get involved. I'm just going to switch those screens back now, guys. There we go. Should come back. There we go, guys. So yeah, Ethan and Philip, welcome to the show, mate. Great to have you with us, and thank you very much for your positivity, saying hi to everyone. Joey, hi, Ethan, top man, Joey. Um, Ethan and Philip saying, you okay, Joey? Who you want to win? Yeah, we're watching the game, mate. I think a lot of people, most of the guys in the chat have gone for a Man City win, but obviously it's currently Tottenham that are winning. I think Stevie was the only one that gone for an outside win of a Tottenham win. But yeah, we've been having a laugh, mate, about lucky pants and lucky socks. We've not actually, and I've been banging on about YouTube fan den stuff, new ideas as well. So we've conversation hasn't really been too focused on the game in the first half, mate. So, but yeah, great to have you with us, Ethan, and thank you very much for your positivity to all the other fan den uh, community members in the chat. Joey saying, yeah, good, thanks you. To be honest, I would prefer a draw. Yeah, I think a few of you guys would prefer a draw to give Chelsea and possibly Liverpool a chance to get back to winning ways. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey. The game second half has restarted, guys. We've got a throw in on the far side for Tottenham. As they pass, take the throw in and then pass back to their keeper. Ethan is saying, I think Spurs. Yeah, that's a good shout, mate. They're definitely playing quite well at the minute. And there you go, guys. If you haven't, if you were wondering what the Jack Grealish bring to the team, you've just seen it right there. Jack Grealish attempting to go forward and just getting a nudge, knocks him over and draws the foul. That is what Jack Grealish brings to the team. Yes, you could criticise other aspects of his play, but he gets you free kicks in dangerous positions, as he has just done right here in front of Tottenham's goal. So yeah, I'm not saying. Obviously, you guys are right to question what he brings to the team. As football fans, you have every right to ask that question. But like I say, for me, I think he's just a player that's suffering with confidence at the minute. But he still brings that aspect of his game to as an advantage to his team to draw fouls in dangerous positions. City with possession at the minute. Jack Grealish. I think it is Grealish on that other side, which I'm surprised about. Oh no, I'm getting confused with. No, he's on this side, isn't it? Looked like there were two number 10s there on the pitch, but it's just me, obviously reading the numbers from a distance and not seeing them correctly. But thank you very much for that, Ethan. Billy Random Clips is saying, I'm gonna go for dinner now. Hope everyone has a nice day. I will see you all later. Well, thank you very much, Billy. Appreciate you coming, getting involved. Really appreciate that, mate. Enjoy your evening meal. And like I say, mate, look after yourself. Best wishes to you. And yeah, hopefully we'll catch you again on a future stream. Stay safe, mate. Stay safe. And like I say, hopefully we will catch you guys. We'll catch you again on another stream soon, mate. Look after yourself and stay safe. Thanks for that, Billy. Joey is saying, see you later, Billy, top man Joey. And also Ethan as well. You guys are awesome. Honest, you guys are awesome. Really are. Joey is saying, how's Preston been getting on? Yeah, didn't they lose yesterday? I think. I can't remember. I'm sure you're obviously asking Ethan. Let me just check. Myself can't remember. Yeah, Preston got beaten yesterday, didn't it? Bristol City. So I'm so gutted for Preston because I really would love to see them climb up the league and get into their playoff places. Jack Grealish just been got his team a corner on this near side and almost drew another foul as well. To be fair. But that's a great question, Joey. I'm sure Ethan will give you a bit better understanding of Preston than I can because I haven't seen them since the Tottenham game. Ethan is saying, why do bees have sticky hair? Because they use honeycomb. Nice one. I like that. That's a good one. That you come up with some good jokes, you mate, and they're always very respectful that everybody can enjoy of all ages. So I like that, mate. Nice one, Ethan. That's a good one, mate. Quality. We'll give you. There you go, mate. Round of applause for that one because it's a good one. That. Joey saying, "Laugh out loud, Ethan." I'm gonna use that one on my son. Yeah, why not? It is. It's a good one. It's a cracker that. Uh, like I say, he comes up with some good ones, Ethan, and it's good because it's like I say, a lot. Of, obviously, me being older, and I'm sure some of you guys, when you're older, when you get to adult, being an adult, you tend to enjoy a lot more um, adult jokes. But obviously, we can't do that on the channel. So it's fantastic that we have Ethan, who brings a little bit of something different to the chat with some comedy that's suitable for all. So yeah, top man, Ethan, that's awesome, mate. Absolutely awesome. And yeah, Joey, definitely use that one on your lad, mate. Ethan also saying, not good, Joey. Pre Preston North End got beat 2-1 yesterday. Yeah, like I say, it's a hard one to take that at home. It's a shame, isn't it? I thought that maybe you guys might be able to use the win. Not sorry, not the win, but the good performance that you put in against Spurs. I thought you might be able to use that to your advantage to take that momentum into the league. Use it as a confidence booster. That you guys for the best part of the first half, you competed well with Spurs, and Spurs just turned it on in the second half, as a top Premier League team does, and and that's why you suffered that 2-0 defeat. So I thought you guys would be able to use that positivity, because I think there's lots of positives from that display for Preston to take out of that game, and I would have thought that the manager would look to use those positives to rally the players to put in performance in the league, and use that positivity for you guys to get results in the league. And the ball is out on this near side now for Tottenham, who come up forward with the ball. Why does that always go off when I switch to talking about something else? Sorry, guys, just that's refreshed itself. It likes to do that, done it randomly. Come on, sort yourself out. It always takes a while to sort itself out, doesn't it? We've got a corner for Tottenham on this near side, guys. Come on, sort yourself out. There we go. There we go, guys. Sorry about that. Corner comes in and it's towards the near post, headed on, but it goes over the bar. And now City will build again from the back. Um, yeah, sorry. Thanks for that, Ethan. Like I said, mate, I'm gutted for you guys. I want to see honest. I know I'm a Bolton fan, and Bolton and Preston are local rivals and all that. But for me, the rivalry only matters when we play each other. I genuinely mean it, mate. I've got a lot of respect for your club after what happened with my club. I'm sure I told you guys about it. Preston, one of the first clubs to donate food parcels to help out the staff at Bolton when the problems with the ownership went on. The Bolton staff went 3 months, some of the Bolton staff, without getting any wages. 3 months, that's a long time for anybody to get through life without any wages, any income. And Preston were one of the first clubs to offer to help, and they sent food parcels and food packages to the club to be distributed amongst the staff to help them get through that tough time. And I will, for that, I will always hold Preston in the highest regard for that. I thought it was a really awesome thing to do, especially from a club. When you look at the bigger picture, guys, you look at Man United, Man City down the road with pots and pots of money. Um, and then there's Preston up the road that don't have a lot of money, have not been lucky enough to get in the Premier League and benefit from the riches of the Premier League, but yet they still made that special effort to try and help a local club right in and around them to get through that tough time. They showed that decency, and it was. I will never forget that. Never forget that. So yeah, unfortunately, as much as we are rival clubs, mate, your club, Preston, does hold a soft. I do hold a soft spot in my heart for your club, mate, and I would love you to see you guys get back to winning ways and climb up that league and try and get promotion. Um, Ethan is saying Preston North End got Burnley next away. Well, I'll definitely be rooting for you in that one, mate. Definitely, but I think you've got a tough ask against Burnley because as much as Burnley is also a local rival, got to take our hats off to Vincent Company for the job he's doing there. We just had a substitution for Man City, guys. I think it's De Bruyne coming on, and it's Mahrez that's gone off. I think I didn't actually see the players exchange there properly, but yeah, I think that's the change that's been made. But yeah, that's a tough one, Ethan. But you never know. Fingers crossed. You can get some kind of result. I think even a draw would be a great result against Burnley at the minute, with the way Vincent Company has got them going and firing on all cylinders. Is that an away game? Oh, yeah, you did say. Sorry, yeah, it's a away game. So yeah, difficult one for you guys, that mate. But you never know. Stay positive. It's not over until it's over. Mini Mo is saying, "How's City looking this half, guys? Um, they're actually looking like they're doing much better in respect of possession and getting forward, but they're still not having it all their own way. Tottenham very much competing with them. I'm going to try my earpiece coming out there. Yeah, City having much more of the possession in the second half, and now they've actually got a foul in the middle of the park as well for a foul on De Bruyne. But yeah, it's got a bit itty bitty, bit scrappy, scrippy, stop starty at the minute, however you want to describe it. Obviously, Tottenham determined to try and do everything they can to keep hold of this lead. So they're eager to get in tackles. They're eager to challenge to win the ball, and Man City, in some aspects, are taking full advantage of that by claiming fouls and stuff like that. So yeah, but Man City looking frustrated. I think that's the first thing to say at the minute. Looking very frustrated, and which is quite surprising when we know that they turned the previous result around against Tottenham, where they went down 2-0 at home to Tottenham and turned that one round. But I think they're getting a bit frustrated with Tottenham doing everything they can to slow down the game, and yeah, I think that's yeah, like I say, they're having more possession than they did, but they just look very frustrated at the minute. Very frustrated, City. They're trying to get forward. They're trying to create opportunities, but like I say, looking very frustrated at the minute. We just had another long ball forward for City there to Haaland, trying to get through behind on the and open up that back line from Tottenham, but the Tottenham defence sniffing out the danger quite quickly. We're having some crunching tackles as well here, guys, and now Tottenham on the run with an opportunity and some tasty challenges going in here, guys, from both teams, to be fair. 61 and a half minutes gone, still Tottenham 1, Man City 0. But yeah, some interesting challenges going in. Like I say, hopefully that gives you a bit of better understanding of the game anymore. Apologies, I'm not doing a great job today. I might have keeping you guys up to date with it. Joey is saying, that's going to be tricky, Ethan. Yeah, absolutely tricky. But like I say, never over. You go there, put in, a hard-working performance, match them for desire and commitment, and you never know what can happen. But yeah, very tough fixture that for Preston to going away to Burnley with them. And like I say, they're on the crest of a wave at the minute, aren't they, Burnley? Very, very much on a high. Ethan is saying last it was 1-1, so I'm presuming that means last time it was 1-1. Well, you guys, you know, Burnley and Preston played each other a lot in the Championship, so you guys know each other quite well. But unfortunately, as I said, Burnley are one of those clubs, aren't they? They've been lucky enough to benefit from the Premier League riches. Um, and they've also got, a great manager at the minute who's doing really well. New manager, brand new to management, and he's doing really well for them. So it's the odds are stacked against Preston, unfortunately. But like I say, you never know. Shot coming in there from a free kick for City, but it's deflected behind. I think that's gone out for a corner. But yeah, City with a free kick on the edge of the box there on this near side. They crossed it right to outside the box. The Man City play, yeah. Man City player took a shot, and it took a deflection off the Tottenham player in the box, and that will result in a corner. So corner for City on this near side. De Bruyne to take the corner. Corner in towards, and it's deep right towards the far part. And now City cross it back into the box. It falls right. Now City in possession. Shot comes in, and it's gone well wide of the post. I think that shot came off De Bruyne there, I think. The thing with these earpieces, they make your ears really itchy sometimes. Now Tottenham looking to counter-attack City, running down the pitch, right down the centre of the field, cross into the box, and it's goes past everybody. Harry Kane trying to get onto that at the back post to tap it in, but there was just too much pace on the ball, and he didn't manage to get there to tap it in, and the ball goes out behind for a goal kick. But Man City, definitely, you can see they're bereft of confidence at the minute from the team that we normally see with the normal swagger that they show. Tottenham very much giving City a real game here, and making life difficult for City. Oh, it's actually a corner. Is it a corner? Does he give a corner? No, he's not. Sorry, I thought we were having a corner then. No. So it is a free kick to City from that effort. Joey's saying that's pretty good. Let's hope you can pull something special and win. Absolutely, mate. Like I say, you can never, ever, never ever say you're defeated before you even kick the ball. Like I say, yes, Burnley doing very well at the minute, but I think Preston could be the what's the word? Could be give them could be the surprise package that slow the roll for Burnley. You never know. Like I say, anything can happen in a one-off game. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Ethan saying fingers crossed. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Hopefully, the main thing is, I suppose, in a game like that, is that your team. I think the first thing you want to see from your team is that they work hard. If they work hard and give everything they've got, no matter what the result is, at least then they can make Preston fans proud. City just had another shot, and it's gone well wide. Yeah, that was a good effort there. Just wide, just slightly wide of the post, but good effort there from City. And now Tottenham pick up possession, and the ball with Tottenham now on down this near side as they look to get into the box and pass, trying a 1-2 between themselves, but it's cut out by City. City clear it up the field, but Tottenham pick it up again and now build again from the halfway line and switch the play out to that far side now. And chip ball. Sorry, guys. Ball chip forward, and City, Tottenham trying to get on the end of it, but nothing doing. And now the ball cleared up the field, and Tottenham now coming again after winning it in midfield. And a bit of a wild shot there from Harry Kane, and it's gone miles wide. So yeah, not much goal malfunction at the minute, or goal shots on target at the minute. There is efforts going in, but they're all going wide over the bar, and for both teams as well, not just one team. Both teams creating chances, but like I say, most of their efforts going wide, high. We've not actually had many shots that have actually troubled the keeper too much. Tottenham come again now, again into the box. Harry Kane, one-on-one with the goalkeeper there, I think, and City very much struggling at the minute in this last 5 minutes or so. Tottenham's attacking players really trying to turn the screw on City here to get that second goal, and City struggling to keep Spurs at bay. They are keeping them at bay at the minute, only just though, literally by the fingernails. So yeah, now Man City come again as they build from the halfway line and look to try and find the equaliser. Ball out to this near side. Grealish in possession. And he's fouled again. See, there you go, guys. That is that you asked the question earlier. What does Jack Grealish bring to his team? This is what he brings. He draws fouls. He draws fouls. And you can't say that that's, that foul is not genuine. He's had a challenge and it's made him go over. So, yeah, there you go, guys. He's answered. I don't need to answer your question as far as Jack Grealish is concerned. If you're watching this game, you see that he is answering your question. Yes, he might not be in the best of form right now, but he still brings something to the team. So, yeah, absolutely, Ethan. Fingers crossed for Preston in your next game, mate. I will definitely be hoping you guys can get a positive result in that. Joey's saying we've got Everton next. Not very hopeful. Like I say, yeah, you guys, I think it's 25 games you've won against them in the history, and they've won 10. So there's an interesting stat for you, mate. Because I was actually looking at the Liverpool Everton stats last night, actually, knowing that game's coming up. So yeah. That's going to be an interesting game because both teams. But like I say, let's hope that Klopp can get you guys back on track soon. Ethan is saying, I know. Let's hope Liverpool can win as well. Absolutely. I think, like I said, I'd love to see Liverpool win because I'm not impressed with all the criticism that I've seen directed towards Klopp, as I'm sure you guys are very much well aware. Yes, he deserves some criticism, but I think the criticism has been way over a big overreaction, in my opinion. But there you go. We'll not get into that debate again. We had that yesterday. But yeah, thank you very much for that, Ethan. Well said, mate. Joey's saying, yeah, mate, we'll have everything crossed. Yeah, and the question is, will you be wearing your lucky pants that day, mate? Or do you not consider them lucky anymore? That's the question. Ethan is saying, do they play at Anfield? Yeah, I think that game is at Anfield, I think. Thanks for that, Ethan. Minimo saying, no football for me next week. Free week in Scotland. Is it the week? Is it next week that's the international? Not the international break. Sorry, you guys in Scotland have a winter break, don't you? There is a little bit of a winter break in Scotland, which I've learned over the last couple of seasons. But obviously, it's been I think it's been moved this year to account for the World Cup. But yeah, thanks for that, Mini Mo. Like I say, good opportunity for Scotty, for Hibs to get on the training field and get practicing some tactics for the next game. So yeah, thanks for that, Mini Mo. Appreciate letting me know that, mate, because I didn't actually. I know that Scotland does have a break in the middle of the season. I just didn't realise. Couldn't tell if it had been or gone because of obviously there've been breaks because of the World Cup as well, haven't there, mate? Joey's saying, yeah, we are at home. And Ethan replying, okay then, awesome guys. Right, let's see if I can get back focused on this game now for the last 20 minutes. Shots for Manchester City 5, Tottenham 4, on target 1 for Tottenham, none for City. Touches in the opposition box 11 for Tottenham, 10 for City. Possession 45 for Tottenham, 55 for City. So there you go, guys. Some interesting stats there for you. Son now getting into the box for Tottenham with the possession on that far side of the pitch. City trying to keep it tight, and now they've nicked the ball back and try and clear the ball up the field, but only as far as midway inside their own half, and Tottenham managed to pick up possession and come again. But Man City have sniffed out the danger, and now City marching down the far side of that pitch. Who is that player? There's two players with a very similar haircut that look similar, and it keeps making me think it's Jack Grealish. Who is that player that's with a similar haircut? From a distance, it looks the same. I can see it's because of the 0 on his shirt. I think it's Bernardo Silva. It's because they're both similar sized players, aren't it? And they've both got dark hair, and they both love to run at defences as well, don't they? But they both got Jack Grealish's number's 10, and oh, we got more. We got another penalty shout here. Yeah, we got another. But they're both players now arguing with the referee. But yeah, sorry, I was saying then Jack Grealish with the 10 and Silva with the 20. So I keep seeing the 0 and thinking that it's Jack Grealish on both sides of the pitch, but it's not. It's Jack Grealish on this left-hand side, and it's Silva on the right-hand side. But like I say, when the camera's really high and from a distance, they both look the same. It's really hard because you can't make out the shirt name from when the camera angle's really far out. So all you're looking for is the number on the back, and you see the 0, and it looks like the same. You're thinking it's the same player, and it's not. Maybe it's just me getting old with my eyesight. I don't know. Tottenham now on the attack, and it's Tottenham with a shot. Oh, great save there from the goalkeeper. But Tottenham managing to pick it up again from the keepers, from the ball deflecting off the keeper. Another shot comes in from Tottenham on the edge of the box, and it's well wide of the goal. But yeah, Tottenham very much got the momentum at the minute, and City looking a shadow of the team that we know that they are at the minute. They are still getting forward. They're still creating chances. But it's not as convincing as what we know what they can do when they really turn it on. They look, but really do look a shadow of the team that we know that they can be. What a weird season we're having this season. So many top teams just not looking as good as we normally see this early on in the season. When we see the top teams struggle and have a bit of a dip in form, it's normally at the start earlier in the season. But this is a sign that the World Cup has affected the season, guys, because we're not used to that interruption, are we? And if you look at the patterns of football in the Premier League, like I look at them, this is why I say I look at the patterns of flow of play and not so much individual players. One pattern that I've always noticed in the Premier League is that you see that if a team like Man City, Liverpool, Man United, Tottenham, well, not so much Tottenham, but the top teams, the teams that normally charge for the title. And a lot of the time when these teams have a bit of a blip, it's normally in the first quarter of the season. And by the last three quarters, they've got their act together. They're winning games, and they're doing what they do need to do to compete. You very rarely at this stage of the season in January, February, see these big clubs having a real dip in form. I'm not saying they can't lose a game. Of course, they can lose a game, but not like this, like we're seeing where so many of these top clubs are struggling for form and look like they're suffering from confidence issues. Um, I haven't never noticed that so much in previous seasons. Um, I'm not saying it hasn't happened, but I've never noticed it. All I've noticed is that a lot of the time that these clubs have a poor run of games, it normally happens in the first quarter of the season, and by the time we get into the second three quarters, the last three quarters of the season, sorry, um, they've normally got their act together by then. They're putting wins away, they're getting results, and like I say, we're not seeing that. And like I say, maybe this dip in form from so many top clubs, Chelsea, Liverpool. Um, you know, Man City, and we've even seen it with Spurs. They might be playing well today, but we've seen that since they come back from the World Cup, they've had a dip in form as well. Um, so you know, is it evidence, guys, that the World Cup interruption is disturbed the rhythm of these clubs, and that's why we're seeing they're struggling to find their that you know that momentum that we're used to seeing, the confidence in their play and stuff. I'm not saying that is the case. I'm just raising that as a possibility. Let me know, guys. Do you think there's something in that? Do you think that the World Cup, we're seeing the effects of the World Cup now with you know, if it was just one team, we could dismiss it, couldn't we? If it was just one club struggling for form, we could dismiss it. But we're seeing Tottenham, since they come back, have had a bit of a struggle for form. Maybe Conte being rushed for surgery has helped them galvanise and pick their performances up. You don't know. But we're seeing that Man City is struggling now in the last few games, not playing as good as they can. We've seen it with Liverpool. We've seen it with Chelsea. I think the only team we're not seeing it so much with in this second half of the season is probably Man City. Sorry, Man United. But that could be because of the fact that Ronaldo's left the club, and that's galvanised the team. So yeah, I'm just chucking it out there. It's unusual, isn't it, guys? And we even seen the shock yesterday for Everton getting a result against um, Arsenal. So yeah, like I say, I'd love to know what you guys do. You think there's something in that? Do you think the World Cup has played a part in the performance of these clubs um, on their return back to the league campaign? Let me know, guys, your thoughts on it. Tottenham with possession as they switch the ball from the far side now to this near side and attempt to get into the box. And again, attempted 1-2 that has gone wrong. But Tottenham still managing to keep possession, and City pressing from every angle they can, and the ball has now gone out for a throw-in on this near side to Tottenham. So just hearing that there was an issue here with Jack Grealish getting a lecture off the referee for not taking the throw-in, but Jack Grealish arguing with the referee that the ball boy wouldn't give him the ball, and then when he finally did come over to get the ball boy threw the ball onto the pitch rather than actually giving it to Grealish, the City player. So clearly, Tottenham using children to try and get an advantage in the game a little bit more, which is really poor, really, isn't it? But it's not. They're not the first club that we've seen do that. Use that tactic, trying to slow the game down, giving the ball back to the opposition when in set in throwing situations and corner situations. A bit poor that from Tottenham, if I do say so myself. Joey's saying, "Oh, in the shot. Sorry, guys, just break off the Tottenham with a cross into the box, and now we've got an argument for a foul, and the referee is giving the goalkeeper a yellow card. Man City looking very, very frustrated at the minute, and Tottenham doing everything they can to add to that frustration. Um, Right, so there's an argument here about a handball. There's an argument here about an handball from a City player, but it's not resulted in a penalty. And now we've got a corner for Tottenham from the far side. Son to take it. Corner comes in towards the near post. It's knocked away by the keeper, but back towards Son, who tries to come again and loses the ball. But now Harry, I think it is a Harry Kane. No, well, another Tottenham player tries to get an attempted cross into the box. It's blocked off. And now we've got a stoppage for, I think, for a substitution and also for throwing on that far side, I think. Joey's saying, gonna put to test and not wear the pants. See what happens. Yeah, why not, mate? If the pants are not working, then you might as well try not wearing the pants and see if it makes any better. You've got nothing to lose, mate, have you? So we're just seeing another substitution there. Gundogan coming on for City, and it's Tottenham also making a substitution there as well. And it's Silva going off for City. I didn't see the Tottenham substitution there, so sorry, guys. But City in possession at the minute with the ball, with the goalkeeper at the back. But yeah, Joey, give that a go, mate. Like I say, you're wearing them and it's not working, so you might as well try it. Maybe you need a new pair of lucky pants. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you need to go to Anfield wearing your lucky pants or lucky shirt to get the look back. I don't know. Or maybe go to an away game. I don't know. Yeah, try and go and touch the statue, mate. Take your lucky pants to Anfield, touch the statue outside the stadium and the badge on the stadium if you can, and see if that helps. Then it's got to rub some luck off onto your pants. Mini Mo saying, well, my 3-1 score prediction is doomed. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it, mate. I went for a 2-2 score prediction, and that's doomed as well. But yeah, like I say, thanks for that, Mini Mo. Joey is saying, think we've think oh, stupid thing. Sorry, guys. Come on. There we go. Oh. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. It does like to go on with itself. Joey saying, think we've all been off with predictions last couple of weeks. Yeah, I think you're right, mate. I think you're absolutely spot on. Oh, we've got a red card here. We've got a red card. Sorry, guys, I'm not keeping around what's going on. But we've got a red card here. I didn't. I've completely missed that. Let me just find out what's gone on. So Christian Romero with a second yellow, I think it is, which results in a red card, I think, or I'm not sure if it's a straight red. Oh, that's harsh. That is harsh. That is harsh. Yes, it's a tackle. Yes, it's a yellow card, but a red card. Oh, that's harsh. Just for doing what they're supposed to do and put a challenge in. I mean, obviously, I have absolutely no preference in this game who wins, guys. But yeah, that's really harsh. Really harsh on Tottenham there with that red card. The players, it's getting to the point in it, guys, where players they're going to be bothered about whether to put tackles in soon or not, because they're bothered about whether they're going to get a card just for trying to do what they're supposed to do and put a challenge in. So yeah, but yeah, sorry, Joey, to break off there. Just seeing we're going to have a a substitution as well for Tottenham. Dejan Kalustovic coming off, and it's Davidson Sanchez coming on for Tottenham. Sorry, that was a bit of a mouthful, that player's name. I'm not a player I'm really familiar with, to be fair, but in fairness, I don't watch Spurs a lot. So now we've got a free kick for City, De Bruyne to take it, and I would say I think this is maybe about 35 yards out, maybe a bit further. So it's some distance. But we know De Bruyne can score from this kind of position, don't we, guys? No, sorry, 30 yards out. I think he's about 30 yards out. But yeah, we certainly know De Bruyne can score from this kind of range. Yeah, I know. Just um, De Bruyne taking the free kick there, but it hits the wall and ricochets back towards De Bruyne. And now the referee is going to blow the whistle for the player taking the ball directly to his head. But City looking frustrated now, arguing with the referee. I think they can. It's understandable they're going to do that. They basically think that Tottenham are time wasting here. Yeah, yeah, it is time wasting. If you watch the replay, he doesn't go down initially. He stays on his feet, and then within minutes, he comes and turns round, looks at De Bruyne, and then suddenly touches his head and falls on the deck. So, I mean, obviously, we can't say it's faking an injury because it is a head injury, but it does look suspicious, like it's time wasting, doesn't it, guys? Very, very much so. Yeah, sorry, yeah, Joey, I've lost my train of thought there. Yeah, you're right, mate. Joey, like you say, I think we've been not getting the predictions right recently, but that's the way it goes, isn't it? It's only a bit of fun, isn't it? Just to get a bit of practice for future ideas. But yeah, like I say, mate, um, I think we'll see that. I think we'll see that the more we do the score predictions at the start of games, that we'll have weeks where we're getting consecutively correct, and then other weeks where we get them completely wrong, and it probably dry up and we get wrong for a couple of weeks maybe. But yeah, that's a good point to make, that, Joey. 5 minutes added on time here, guys. And the ball is currently with Lloris at the back. Ball up the field, and now City in possession on that far side with Walker. I'll come back to the chat in a sec, guys, and just a bit reluctant to every time I take my eye off what's going on in the game and go back to the chat, something happens. So Grealish in possession on this near side now as he's looked to try and create a crossing opportunity, but they end up coming back into midfield from City's point of view. Now with a cross into the box, it's headed away, but City pick it up on the edge of the box, and now we've got a foul. Definitely Tottenham making the most of every foul and issue that they can to square. I suppose you can't knock them for it. We've seen all clubs do this in tight games. It's not always pretty to see, but in fairness, we do see all clubs do this tactic when it's tight games, especially against teams that are normally very dominant, like Man City. So yeah, not a tactic that we're not unfamiliar with. Lionel saying, hello, Gaz, how's it going? Don't think Conte is managing today after we've heard the news of him uh, going through pain and getting his can't even read that. Gallbladder removed. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Um, welcome to the show, by the way. Yeah, Lionel. We were talking about it earlier, actually, to be fair. And it's probably going to be good for him to have the rest. He's a manager that's had non-stop um, period of management because before he came to Spurs, he was managing in Italy. So he's basically had a non-stop management over the last few years. So maybe obviously we wish him well with the surgery. Totally wish him well, but yeah, hopefully he makes a speedy recovery. But like we were saying earlier, the rest might do him some good, and hopefully it does. So yeah, Joey's saying, yeah, I think it's definitely played a part. As you say, it's not just one team. Yeah, I think Joey there talking about the tactics. We got two players down injured here, guys. The goalkeeper for Tottenham, although Lloris has now got back to his feet, but we're seeing one of the Man City players down on the floor. And I don't think there's no question. This doesn't look no fake injury. I think they're both clattered into each other, and now it's the Man City player that looks to have come worse off from that challenge. But we can't knock the players for making the challenge. That's what we want to see. We want to see players fighting for their team, don't we? But yeah, the player back to his feet now, so looks like he's going to be okay. But yeah, there you go, guys. We're just coming up to almost the full amount of added on time being played. But surely the referee's got to add on at least another minute for the stoppages we've had in stoppage time. um, Lionel also saying coming near towards the end of the game now. Only now City bottling the chance to be able to get really close to Arsenal, or so Arsenal fans will be relieved. They still have the 5 points, 5 point cushion. Yeah, well, to be fair, I think we have to give credit to Tottenham for doing a bit of a job on City. City, as we've discussed earlier, not in the best of form at the minute. But I think to be fair, Arsenal should just worry about themselves, not so much about City, because clearly, yes, they're having a great season, and I do hope that Arsenal win the league. But I don't think Arsenal fans are going to be in too much of a rush to thank Tottenham for doing them a favour. So yeah, but as we know, guys, 5 points when, as far as Man City's concerned, 5 points advantage doesn't mean an awful lot, does it? Really, we know that City can close that gap if they get back to winning ways, and all it takes is another mistake from Arsenal in a game, and it's back to 2 points. So yeah, fair comment from Lionel, but like I said, I don't think Arsenal fans will be too quick to want to thank Tottenham for doing them a favour. Joey is saying, absolutely, mate, laugh out loud. Rub my pants all over the statue. Yeah, like I said, get some luck. Go and take it to Anfield and rub your pants on the statue outside the ground. It might bring the look back to your lucky pants, mate. So yeah, it's worth a try, isn't it? If the look's not working in the lucky pants, then you've got to try and find a way of putting the look back into the lucky pants, haven't you? So yeah. Maybe go to the stadium and get Klopp to touch the pants, and then but that might spark the look back. Just wait outside the training ground and say, Klopp, you need to touch the lucky pants. I'm sure with the way results are going at the minute, mate, he'd probably grab the opportunity to do it to see if it works. So yeah, like I say, try that one, Joey. Go and wait outside the training ground and try and catch Klopp going in first thing in the morning and ask him to touch your lucky pants and see if it reintroduces the look back into your pants. So there you go, guys. Full-time whistle's gone, and it's Tottenham with a 1-0 win, and Harry Kane being breaking the club record for the all-time top scorer. So I'm sure Spurs fans will be absolutely buzzing with that. But yeah, a lot of work for Pep Guardiola to do at the minute. City definitely looking a shadow of the former self at the minute. But yeah, I'd love to know if you guys think that the poor form we're seeing from some of these teams, if it's got anything to do with the World Cup interruption. Personally, myself, I'm starting to think it is having an effect because it's weird how so many teams that are normally really in that rhythm and that groove at this time of the season are suddenly struggling, and it's not something that's common that we see. Lionel saying also thought on the Conte sending off. Oh, sorry. Also thoughts on the Casemiro sending off. Um, the sending off I thought was a bit harsh for Tottenham. He's just doing his job, going in for the tackle. But the rules of the game are the rules of the game, I suppose. He had a yellow earlier on in the game and he got a second yellow and it resulted in a red card. It seems harsh. It is harsh, really, to be fair, because he's just doing his job. But all the players, in fairness, they know the rules. They know they're walking a tightrope. And obviously, it's difficult for all it's difficult for all players now with putting tackles in and whether it goes their way and whether the referee sees it as unnecessary. Joey is saying can't get. Oh, sorry, can't get ageism out of my head, mate. Defo, my world. My word for the week. Laugh out loud. I know, mate. I've been suffering. Believe you me, I've been suffering from ageism. I know exactly how you feel. It's a cracker, that, isn't it? Yeah, you've got everybody else getting discriminated against for every other variety. So why not be discriminated against for the ageism? Everybody else is claiming discrimination one way or the other. So, it's the world we live in now, isn't it, mate? So, yeah, don't worry. Enjoy being a victim of ageism, mate. I am. I'm enjoying it. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not bothered. Bring it on. But yeah, I'm sure you're gonna have some fun at work with that this week, mate. When your boss starts having a go at you, you can. Hey, hang on a minute. Don't be coming at me. I mean, using discriminating against me with your ageism agenda. That's quality. I like that, mate. It gives you something to argue with your boss about anyway, doesn't it? If he comes giving you a hard time. Lionel is saying also along with the sending off itself was awful from Casemiro. Uh, struggling, Will Hugues. I'm sorry, I'm struggling to follow that comment. To be fair, um, but yeah, if you're talking about the Tottenham sending off, yeah, you're absolutely right. It was a tough one for them to take. I thought it was a bit harsh. He's just doing his job. Yes, arguably it was a yellow card. Of course, it was a yellow card. But like I say, to get a red for just doing the basics of your job is a little bit harsh. All players are expected to put the challenges in, tackle to win the ball, and fight and scrap for the ball for their team. And like I say, that's part of the game today. So, guys, let's just have a quick look. I'm going to just quickly bring the table up for you guys so you can see it. Going to come on. There we go. So you can see what's happening at the top of the table, how that result affects the game. So where have we gone? Let's just bring up the table. There you go, guys. You should be able to see it now. So let's get rid of. Sorry, hang on, guys. I've just got a bit of a pile up going up on my screen here. Get rid of that. There we go. Yeah, there we go. You should be able to see it now. So there's the top of the table, guys. As you can see, um, it pretty much stays the same there now with Arsenal and Man City both losing this weekend. Surprisingly, gives United and Newcastle chance to close the gap a little bit now. And obviously, if you want to see the bottom of the league, there you go. You can see the bottom of the league. Everton not quite out of the relegation zone just yet after their victory yesterday against Arsenal, but I'm sure Everton will try and use that victory against the league leaders as a way of kicking on from that and try and use that as a really positive team building exercise. But yeah, there you go. Obviously, not much that this game tonight that we've been watching doesn't really affect the bottom of the league, so I'll leave it there at the top. But as you guys can see, I'm interested. Where Fulham now? Fulham are in eighth now. All the settled games are settled in eighth. 22 games played, so they've actually played one more game than a lot of the other teams. As you can see, Tottenham on 22 games, so they've even though they've won today. Man City do actually have a game in hand, and Arsenal have 2 games in hand on Tottenham. And yeah, there's only Tottenham in that top half of the table that's played 22 games. All the others have played either 20 or 21. So yeah, Arsenal with a game in hand on Man City. And like I say, if they win that, they could that will give them an 8-point lead, won't it? If they win that game in hand. So yeah, let me know, guys, what you make of the table now after that game. Mini Mo saying City have definitely lost their spark. Sparkle this year. Absolutely, yeah, I think you're right, mate. But like I say, I'm interested to know if you guys think that the World Cup is playing a part in this, because it's not just City, is it? City, Chelsea, Liverpool, and probably some of the other clubs could be argued that they've lost their momentum. So for me, I think the World Cup's played a part in it. I'd love to know what you guys think. Thanks for that, Mini Mo. Joey's saying, thanks, Gaz, for today. Loving the new heads to heads. Thank you very much, Joey. Appreciate that, mate. Like I said, I will keep trying new ideas as and when I can. But we will be giving that a go for the next couple of weeks. See if you guys like it. And it's had a positive response from you guys the first time I've used it, which is awesome. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate that. But let's see if it can help us grow the fandom community a bit more as well at the start of games and make the start of games a bit more enjoyable with some talking points. Because as you guys know, sometimes we have to wait 10, 15 minutes for the game to spark into life. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes it sparks into life in the first couple of minutes. But sometimes we have to watch the game for 5, 10 minutes to wait for it to get going. So yeah, like I say, hopefully that new introduction to the match watch alongs will help create a bit more talking points and hopefully help attract some more fans to the channel as we go. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Joey. Really appreciate the positivity, mate. Joey saying head to head. No, nice one, mate. Yeah, I understood what you meant. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for coming, getting involved today. Joey, really, really appreciate it, mate. Always appreciate it when you come in the chat. Some of you guys are absolutely amazing with the positivity you show in the chat. It's great. And obviously, as we keep doing these match watch alongs, I'm sure we will find more fans that appreciate being part of such a positive fan community. So long may that continue, and hopefully with fans like you guys. We like I say, we just got to keep chugging along with these match watch alongs, and hopefully, eventually, we will start to find more top fans like you guys that enjoy being part of a fan community that just enjoy being positive with each other and enjoy football debate without all the hate nonsense. Joey is saying absolutely, minute top man, Joey. Like I say, did I miss something there? All right, yeah, sorry, Joey commenting with response to Mini Mo, saying City have definitely lost their sparkle. Yeah, I have to agree, mate. I think it's not just City, like I said. I think it's a couple of the top clubs that they're normally fighting at the top of the league. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey and Mini Mo. Also saying if there was a predictions league, I'd be lost. I haven't got any correct this week. Like say, mate, don't worry. There will be. We will. I have experimented with prediction leagues before, and they can work really, really well. So I have experimented with them a little bit. We did one. I think it was about 2 years ago when I was experimenting with some ideas. I'm sure you can have a look on the channel and find that we did. I think it was the Euros. The Euros. We tried it when they played the international tournament in the summer. So I'm sure you can find that on the channel if you want to have a look at it. But yeah, absolutely, guys. We'll be doing some stuff like that. We will get some stuff going. Like I say, I'm just trying to stick with the consistency at the minute of doing a match watch along, so we can try and find a few more fans to add to the positive fan community that we started to build, so that it's a bit more enjoyable in the chat for you guys as well. If we can add a few more fans to it. But yeah, thank you very much, Minimo. Like I say, that's something for you guys to look forward to in the future with a prediction league that we will introduce at a later date. Like I say, we have experimented with it before, so it's not like it's we've not tried it. We have tried it. It was really good. But for a league campaign, it's going to need a bit more thinking about, because we did it just as a practice test last time for the Euros. But obviously, for a league campaign or a cup competition, domestic cup competition, I think it need a bit more thinking about how to make it, because that'd be a lot more. It's a lot easier to give predictions in a smaller tournament like a Euros or a World Cup, because obviously teams are getting knocked out of it all the time, and it's gradually reducing the amount of teams to predict or the amount of games to predict. But as you guys know, through the course of a league season of the club football, teams don't get knocked out of the competition, so it'd have to work differently with a league prediction league for actual club football. So yeah, but like I say, it'd be something we work on in the future, guys. So just keep using the match watch alongs to get some practice with it, and as soon as I can get the time and we can get a bit further along, I'm sure I will come up with some great idea. I'm always full of great ideas, guys. If you've been involved in fandom for a while, you'll know that. It's just sometimes it comes to me in spells. Sometimes I don't get no ideas for a few weeks, and then all of a sudden I'll get 4 or 5 great ideas all in a short space of time. So, like I say, it's about taking everything we fandom one step at a time. But as you will see, I can come up with some great ideas when I'm in the mood and I'm focused. So yeah, thanks for that, Minimo. Keep them coming, though. Keep them coming. Wouldn't knock yourself too much. I think me and Joey have been doing it for a while. I think Joey's only had one right, and I've only had one right. Oh no, sorry. Did I get one right or two? I can't remember. Yeah, I know I had I got a buzz a while back for actually getting one right, because I felt the same as Mini Mo did. It was like I keep predicting these games and I never get them right. So I think I did have one correct a few weeks ago, and I think Joey's had one correct as well. But yeah, like I say, keep practicing it, guys. I'm sure the more we practice, the more we might start to work out whether there's some kind of knack to it. Joey's saying, me too, Minimo. Joey, I'm sure you got one right a few weeks ago, didn't you, mate? I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. I can't remember now. It's been a while, but I'm sure you did get one right a few weeks ago. Minimo saying, yep, Joey, you're worse than me. Oh, awesome. I like that. There's a bit of banter going between you two. Joey saying, laugh out loud. I know, mate. Absolutely. Um, Joey, laugh out loud. Yeah, obviously Joey taking that in the good humour that it was meant. That's awesome. Minimo saying, I'm going to Hibs under 18s the Dortmund on Tuesday night. If they win, final 16 in the Europe. Awesome, mate. Well, obviously, if you go into that game, I don't know if you saw on social media, Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. But if you're interested, you can send me a fan clip, mate. If that I don't you don't have to. That's your choice. But if you want to share a little clip, a little short clip, it only has to be 60 seconds or less uh, of the Hibs fans' attendance and celebrating a goal or something. If you just want to get a short video clip of it and send it me, then I will share it on the channel, mate, and I will give you credit for it as well. But like I say, if you don't want to and you just want to enjoy the game, that's perfectly fine, mate. Not a problem. But I just thought I'd mention it. If any of you guys go to games and you want to share, send me a little short 60-second clip or less. Then I will add it to the shorts on the channel. But you must film it like that. You must film it with your phone upright for me to share it to the shorts. Don't be turning your phone on its side because it doesn't work the same. For me to actually share it in the shorts, you need your phone upright. Um, kind of like that, if you know what I mean, upright. So yeah, but yeah, like I say, that I'm just mentioning it in case you wanted to, mate. You don't have to, but like I say, it'd be great if you do, and I will happily share it on the shorts and give you credit for it, mate. Not a problem. But either way, whether you do or you don't, I hope you enjoy that game, and yeah, I'm sure that will be a very interesting game with the under 18s playing in Europe. And as Minimo's saying, that would mean you guys get to the final 16 in Europe, which would be awesome. Hopefully, that's a good attendance from the Hibs fan community for that game. I'm sure there will be a reasonably good turnout. Obviously, a lot of under 18 games for all clubs get a lower attendance than the first team. But I would have thought that with that game, I'm not saying going to fill the stadium or anything like that because it is an under 18s tournament. But you'd think at least a reasonable amount of fans will come out for that game. So yeah, thanks for that, Minimo, and stay safe, mate. Going for that game, enjoy it, but stay safe and keep yourself wrapped up because yes, summer is on the way, but it's not quite here yet, is it, mate? But thanks for letting me know that, Minimo. Sam Thornton, hi, guys. Welcome to the show, Sam. Great to see you, mate. Hopefully everything with you is going good. Always a pleasure to have you drop in on the show, mate. Hopefully you're doing okay. Um, and yeah, thank you very much for coming, getting involved, Sam. Thank you very much appreciated, mate. And like I say, let me know if you're still there, how things are with you. I'm trying to remember Sam's team now. I can't remember Sam's team off the top of my head. If you're still there, Sam, remind me what club you support. It's gone. I've just it slipped my mind because I've not spoke to you for a few weeks. But thank you very much, Sam. Really do appreciate you coming, dropping in, mate. Minnie Mo saying City poor today. Absolutely, yeah. Couldn't have said it any better. They did. They looked really lacking in confidence. Normally, when teams put them on the back foot like that, we've seen City plenty of times have the answers to turn a result round. But today, the whole City team looked like they were struggling for confidence and becoming more and more frustrated with some of the tactics used by Spurs. But like I say, as Minimo says, City look poor today. To be fair, that's probably the best way to analyse it. Sorry, got to take that out for a minute. It's really bugging my ear. Joey is saying that's cool, Minimo. Fingers crossed, you get a win. Should be a good game. That absolutely, yeah. Fingers crossed, mate, that you guys get through in that. Like I say, whatever you do, I always say this to you guys, whenever you go into a game, just make sure you stay safe. I know you feel pretty safe normally when you go and supporting your own club at the home stadium, but you do know there is still some fans that like to go to games to cause trouble, and I would hate for any of you guys to get caught up in that kind of stuff. So yeah, like I say, absolutely, Joey. Well said, mate. Mini Mo saying Tuesday night in Scotland. What's I say? Thermals on. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thermals on. Yeah, mate. You want to see me wrapped up in my thermals? I go out and I'm my thermals, and I'm loud and proud. My thermal pants are luminous orange. I love them pants. Whenever I go to a match, I wear my luminous pants. Big. I suppose they're probably my lucky pants, aren't they? Although I don't know if they've been very lucky for me actually. But yeah, I wear them a lot when I go to games because they're insulated and they're awesome. They're awesome. I love them pants. But yeah, absolutely. Wrap up warm, Minimo, and like I say, keep yourself safe, mate. Minimo's also saying, "I'm off, guys. Thanks for today. I've gave you the thumbs up. Like, see you guys. Uh, see you guys. No worries. Thank you very much, Minimo. Look after yourself, and yeah, absolutely, mate. Thank you very much for coming, getting involved in the stream today. It's been really, really appreciated. And yeah, great to see you, mate. Like I say, if I don't manage to see you before Tuesday or speak to you before Tuesday, enjoy the game, mate. And like I say, stay safe, and hopefully you guys can get a good result to progress in the under 18s tournament. Wish you guys the best of luck, and I'll definitely try and look out for that result. Joey is saying, oh gosh, yeah, get one of those Wally. What's that? Woolly, woolly onesies. I think that's supposed to be woolly onesie. I'm not. Well, I don't. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, get a onesie on and wrap up, and you can wear a onesie underneath your regular clothes. I suppose. I'm not. I don't. I don't really. I don't own a onesie, me personally. So I don't know. But yeah, I suppose going to a game is a perfect excuse to wear a onesie. Get wrapped up in it. Put some more clothes over the top. Double up the layers and keep warm. Absolutely. Well said, Joey. Um, Joey saying bye. Mini Mo, absolutely nice one. Joey, top man. And also saying hi to Sam. Um, and thanks for that, Joey. Absolutely top man. That's it, Barnsley. Yeah, sorry, Sam. Barnsley reminding me. Sorry, Sam reminding me he's a Barnsley fan. Sorry, mate. Just slipped my mind. I did know which club you support. It just wasn't coming to my mind. Like I say, probably just because I've not spoke to you for a few weeks. So it's just slipped my mind. So my apologies, Sam. But yeah, obviously, I did. I'm just checking how you guys got on yesterday. Um, Where are you? Oh, there you go. Barnsley, yeah, you guys got. Oh, yeah, you got a good 1-0 way, a 1-0 win. Sorry, 1-1 draw away from home against Portsmouth. A long distance for you guys to travel all the way down there to the south coast, but worthwhile the journey, mate, because you guys came away with a point, and that's always a good result away from home, especially when you travel far away from home, because obviously as we know, the further away from home that you travel, sometimes it can affect fan attendances. Not because fans don't want to come and support, just because of the time that it takes to travel down to games further away, like Portsmouth. So, yeah, I would say that really good result for you guys yesterday, getting that 1-1 draw at Portsmouth. So, yeah, sorry about that, Sam. Like I said, I did know, it just slipped my mind, mate. So, yeah, thanks for reminding me, top man. Appreciate that, Sam. Joey saying, you do like your bright colours, don't you, guys? I do, mate. I do. I love luminous colours. I'm a big fan of luminous, anything luminous green, luminous yellow, anything luminous, basically. Yeah, I love bright colours. My favourite luminous is luminous green. I love luminous green. As you can see, that's why it's in the Fanden name. The colours of Fanden. As you guys can see, I'll drop that off now so we can get rid of that. You can see it. in the studio. See the Fanden logo is made up of luminous green. How it's written, so that just gives you an indication that that's why. It's because it's my favorite color. So yeah. But yeah, I love bright colors, mate. But the reason I love bright colors is because I believe in trying to, be positive in life, and if you put, and I think that colors that you like help you make you feel more positive. So yeah, for me, bright colors definitely help make me feel more positive about stuff. Um, so yeah, like I say, you are spot on there, Joey. Thanks for that, mate. Um, Sam is saying good goal unfair, disallowed. We scored, and then the ref pulled it back for a free kick to us. So you, oh, sorry. So Sam is saying that you had a goal unfairly disallowed. We scored, and then the ref pulled it back for a free kick to us. Why? Why would he pull? Oh my God, that is. Oh mate, well that is really bad. That is really bad. If that's happened, that's shocking. Um, I don't know. Do I don't know. I'd have to look. I'll have a look on your club's website. I don't know. See if it's there's any highlights of that because I'm quite interested to see that. Sam, that sounds like why does the ref give you an advantage but then punished you at the same time? So he's pulled it back for. From what you're telling me, you've scored and he's decided to pull it back for a free kick um, when you'd actually already scored. So, but yeah, he's awarded you a free kick, which indicates that you've been awarded a free kick for something that's not your fault, your team's fault, but yet the referees chose to punish you by disallowing a goal and bringing it back for a free kick. That is a really strange one, that mate. I'd have to see under what circumstances that's happened and how it's come about. But yeah, that sounds like a really strange one. It sounds like the referee is awarding you a free kick and then punishing you at the same time, which is really weird. That's really strange. Where do these referees go to learn referee skills? Seriously, honest. But yeah, thanks for that, Sam. I'll try and find some time to have a look at that. If you've got any highlight clips of it or anything, send them me, mate, and I'll check that out because I'm interested to see how that came about. Because that sounds to me like a referee being a bit of a hypocrite. But we already know, don't we, mate? We already know some of these referees in the lower leagues are really poor, aren't they? But thank you very much for that, Sam. Joey's saying, cheers, guys. Off to grab some food now. Thank you very much, Joey. Really appreciate it. Honest top man. Thank you very much for all your positivity and support today, mate. Really, really do appreciate it. You are absolutely top class member of the Fanden community, mate. And I do appreciate all your positivity. Enjoy your food, mate. Stay safe. And absolutely, hopefully, I'll catch you either tomorrow or later on through the week if you're not too busy, mate. But yep, stay safe, look after yourself, and I'll see you again soon, Joey. Thank you, mate. Sam Thornton is saying, I'll send you a link on Instagram. Uh, it makes complete no sense. Yeah, from what you're saying, yeah, send me that clip, mate. Send me it because that is stunning. How a referee can award you a free kick and then punish you at the same time is strange. And like I say, I'm interested to see how that worked, mate. That is a really odd decision. It just makes no sense, does it? You're punishing a team at the same time as you're awarding them a free kick. So you're giving them a free kick for something that they've not done wrong, that obviously the other team has done wrong, but then it punishes you by disallowing the goal in the set. Well, I'm presuming it's involved in the same pattern of play or something. So yeah, like I say, Sam, thanks. Yeah, be massively appreciated if you send me that, mate, so I can take a look at that and try and make sense of it. But yeah, sounds like a very strange decision there from the referee. Thanks for that, Sam. Stevie's saying thanks, Joey and everyone for joining today's top man, Stevie. Absolutely, it's been a great stream as always, with some great conversation from you guys and some funny moments as well. It's great to see that we're having a little bit of a laugh and joke in the chat as well, which is great to make it more enjoyable for you guys and also create that really positive fan community as well around the channel for you guys to enjoy being involved in. So yeah, thanks for that, Stevie, and thanks to you as well for all the great work you do. excuse me, behind the scenes. I think I'm trying to talk too fast and giving myself indigestion. Sam is saying the club are going to put a formal complaint in. Absolutely, mate. But like I said, obviously, I've not seen what the footage, the incident that you're describing to me. But obviously, I wouldn't like to comment too much on something I've not seen. But from what you're telling me, it sounds like the club have absolutely every right. I don't understand how a referee can um, um, punish you and then also at the same time award you a free kick and as if you've done nothing wrong, but then punish you. That honest, it makes absolutely. I totally agree that from what you're telling me, it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I can't wait for you to send me that clip. I'll try and check that out later. But yeah, thanks for that, Sam. And absolutely, yeah, I agree. If the club feel that the referee has done them a disservice there, then they're absolutely 1000% in within their rights to appeal it. And to be honest, I wouldn't expect to get absolutely nothing off the EFL appealing a decision because, as we know, the EFL always stand by their referees. As far as the EFL are concerned, referee never does nothing wrong on a pitch. So yeah, I wish you guys the best of luck appealing it, mate, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Like I said, the EFL show no consideration to clubs that like to appeal decisions. They like to stand in line with their referees that that are all innocent and never do nothing wrong in the eyes of the EFL anyway. But yeah, rightly so, Sam. The club should appeal it if they don't feel it's correct. But thank you very much for letting me know that, Sam. I'll check it out later, mate. If you send it me on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, I will definitely have a look at that, mate. And thank you very much for letting me know because it's stuff like that that helps me keep a closer eye on what's going on around the football leagues and try and get a better understanding for the future of what the faults are in the football leagues so that we can try and speak up for you guys in the future. So yeah, thanks for that, Sam. Big shout out to Stevie as well for the excellent work in the background that Stevie does. Also, special thanks to Joey and also Minnie Mo and Billy. All been very active in the stream today, and it's been a really good, enjoyable stream for you guys. I've enjoyed every moment of talking to you guys today. Cheered me up actually after a difficult week. So thank you very much, guys. I appreciate all the positive comments. And hopefully, I will catch you guys again soon. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest. Enjoy the football next week, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye for now.